Hello guys and welcome to MotorBeam. This is the Hero Xoom, and is this the best looking 110cc scooter in the market? Well, that's what I'm here to find out, because it does look very sharp, very attractive, and for the price it has a lot of things to offer. Let's see, is it worth it or not in today's video. Before we begin, subscribe to MotorBeam and don't forget to hit the bell icon, yeah? Let's look at the design inspirations for a lot of things around here. There's an aero design that goes around all the way to the motorcycle, to the scooter basically. There are edges, there is sharpness literally everywhere on this scooter. Even over here, it's very sharp. There is an inspiration of an aero design, something like a face right over here. Let me know in the comments below what face does it look like. However, the headlight over here is, it's the LED unit and looks quite nice. Now this is the main party thing over here. This is the cornering light, and first of all people will think that this is basically the indicators, but no, these are the indicators, halogens, and this is a LED cornering unit. If you come down, you can see telescopic forks right over here. This is a 5-spoke alloy setup, which is like diamond cut, something like that, and a 100 section rubber from MRF. As we come a little bit behind, for the rider, the POV is quite nice. The meter looks very good, and mirrors are somewhat okay. I don't like the quality over here because it is not the best. However, they have very wide adjustment levels, and because of that you can adjust it the way you want it. There is the switchgear feel is also decent. Piano black right over here. There's a pass light as well, indicators, and this is how the horn sounds, which is fine. This is the I3S switch. This is the starter button, accelerator, and the levers are decent. However, there is no locking function on either of the levers, so you can't really lock the brakes, so that is a disappointment. This is, however, a good thing, because putting in a 1 liter bottle without any problems is easy, and everything can be stored on either of the two pockets. And right below is the charging USB. So and because it is facing downwards, even in rainy conditions there will not be any water going inside unless you are driving in or riding in a flood. The seat cushioning is just about decent. It is soft enough, and there's a designer for the pillion. However, the grab rail is integrated right here, so it's quite nice to hold. And if you look at the design more, the rear panel or the side panel basically is worked upon so very well. I'll give comments to Hero, like kudos, you guys did a good job here. Not just the face, but the side panel has been worked upon, and there is a vent kind of a design here which exits right over here. I'm not sure if it's functional or not, but yeah, it does look nice. If you look at from the rear too, it looks very purposeful. The X-tape tail light, and this is how the tail light function works. The tail light is quite bright. Indicators again halogen, a kind of a box shape for the exhaust, which is decent, and this is basically the dipstick for the oil. You just turn it open, and that's when you can check the oil. This is the fan for the engine. So yes, it is air cooled. The key is not a multi-unit, it's a very simple unit, so cost savings here as well. And the moment you look over here, this is basically not the keyhole, but basically there was a time when there were normal scooters with carburetors. Here there was a choke. It's not there anymore, but still something that's unfinished. Things should change when things change. This is how the under seats is. Access is quite nice. The moment you open up, good enough, spacious. A full face helmet will not fit inside. And to give you an example, I have my helmet there. I'll give you a shot of that too. This is the fuel lid, which is under the seat, and 5.2 liters, almost full tank. Yeah, this is nice. So 5.2 liters ka capacity this one has. There is, however, a light here which is functional with this. So this is nice too. What do you think of this scooter? How does it look? Do you like the styling? Do you like the ergonomics? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's go ride it. So we are out riding now in the traffic itself, and I have a pillion with me. My camera person Adil also is here, and you can see the herd of scooters right over here. So basically we are out riding the Hero Xoom, and what I can definitely say is there is a good amount of vibrations coming from this scooter. It is not as refined as you would expect it to be, and with the pillion it is not the quickest too. It takes some efforts to get moving, The motor is a 110cc engine, 109 point something exactly. It produces close to 8 bhp of power and 8.7 Nm of torque, and it is good enough to get your duties done. With a 12-inch wheel on both the ends and a 100 section rubber at the rear, the grip is decent, but the brakes could have been a little bit better. Let's talk about the suspension. The suspension with the pillion is very, very comfortable, taking on bad roads or something like that. Adil, suspension अच्छा है? Suspension अच्छा है? थोड़ा झटका लग रहा है? अच्छा. So for the pillion, there is a little bit of a bounce back effect which is there. But apart from that, the suspension is good. At the front, it is very, very stable because of the telescopic forks. To be very honest, this is the same engine that I can feel from the Maestro 110 or the Pleasure even. I can't find any big difference. Horn is just about okay. And yeah, the ride quality is not the best at the rear. Things could have been much better if this wasn't a budget, good-looking product. It rides well, has good amount of vibrations, leans in decently, has a longer wheelbase compared to other scooters, and just because of that, it is quite stable. And as you just saw, the suspension has a decent travel. It's not soft. So apart from a few flaws, if you want a good looking scooter that can do your job well, I guess the Xoom fits in right, because it is a little bit cheaper than the Activa out there. It does not get the special key that the Activa gets, but it does look nice. And how can you forget the cornering lights, dude? Here's a clip of how it looked at night. And the cornering lights work quite well. It might be a gimmick for some people, but it's a feature, yaar. That is something. Kuch to hai. I have right now opened up the throttle completely, and with the pillion, it is almost reaching 80. 83, 4. That's it. 84 is the top speed on this scooter with the pillion. Because it's a Hero motorcycle, Hero scooter, it does not feel out of place. It looks new, it looks fresh. Can zoom through traffic. Supposedly you are riding solo. If you are with a pillion, you have to take care, because there's good amount of feedback coming to the handlebar. The ride is stable, everything is decent in terms of what the scooter is. But you can get a good idea of how the other scooters from Hero are, like the Maestro 110 and the Pleasure. The feel feedback is right there and there. If it was not the price point that came into picture, and if a few tech and few things were added to this, it could have been a better product overall. It's okay, not complaining much. With an ex-showroom price starting 68,000 rupees going all the way up to 76,000 rupees, on-road comes close to 85, maybe 90,000 rupees. At that price, this is definitely the best looking scooter you can get in the market. Hero has done it again, and this is a proper take to take on the Activa, because if you're looking for something sporty but affordable, and with a 110cc scooter, the Hero Xoom does make a lot of sense. It has a few shortcomings. There are some places where you can see cost cuttings, but then feature list and cornering lights and all of that, well, with an i3S system too, X-Tech as well, this is something to definitely look out for. And that's the Delhi traffic, which is honking everywhere. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. I hope you like the scooter as well, and if you're considering the Xoom, definitely look out for it. There are 3 variants, and you can just play around with what you want. If you get it, you will definitely get a good scooter.